Let's play. Watch my fingers. Watch my fingers. Back it up. Back it up. Ow, ow, ow. You're silly, man. Good. Good boy. Ow. Here, give it to me. Oh, a lot of rain. Okay. Here, in my hand. Out. Let's go. Let's go. Watch my fingers. Back up. Catch. Ow. What's my hands? Hey Jazz, how are you? Hey, back up. Back up. Hey Pete, how's it going? View's not bad actually. There you go. This is a better view for you guys. It's been raining lots non-stop. So we had to go out and clean the creek this morning because it was overflowing. Right, dude? Good catch. Come here. You're too close. You're too close to the camera. Back up. There. There. You wanna go outside for a minute? You wanna go outside? Where the hell your tongue is blue? Oh, this is not good. No, we're not playing with this anymore. We're not playing with this. Wait, wait. We're not gonna play with that anymore. Go. Go. You're gonna get poison from it. Why the hell your tongue is blue? That's not supposed to be. Come here, leave it, dude. Come outside. Outside. Come on. Here, give me this. We're not playing with this anymore. I'm gonna throw it in the garbage. Here, give it to me. Give it to me. That's it. We're not playing with that anymore. Okay, I don't like it. It's making your tongue goes blue. Let me see. Let me see your tongue. Let me see your tongue. I'll give you a treat. Sit down. Sit. Now. Let me see your tongue. Shoot. Hello, Maurice. Your voice is gorgeous. Hugs from South Africa. Hey, Cindy. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for the comment. Let's go outside. When are you putting in the gaming PC? I don't play games at all. I don't play games at all whatsoever. Duke, Duke, come here. We're not playing in the sand, it's wet. I'm going back inside, let's go. Come on. Duke, come on. Can you give me the doggo? Hey, you can have him. You can have him, he'll keep you occupied. Hey, look who's here, Bart. Look who's here. So while he's outside, let's throw this thing away. I actually got him this to play with, and it's actually, his tongue is going blue. So this stuff is going in the garbage. He's not playing with it anymore. That's it. You know, all these freaking toys you buy, so much you have to stay away from a lot of this. Even thought it's supposed to be like a good material. Come on, Duke. Yeah, you're full of sand, bud. And the sweat everywhere. Let's check out this mountain here. Look at it. You can't even see the mountain, it's all foggy. Duke! Come on! Oh, he wants to dig. That's what he wants to do. Hey, I'm not gonna clean you up. You gotta burn that energy somehow. Supposed to continue raining all the way till Monday. Come on. What's the temperature? It's about 4 degrees right now. But the humidity is so freaking high. It's about 72%. And it hasn't stopped raining since last night. So the water in the creek was overflowing. So I ended up getting water, as you guys can see all the way there behind the house. I had to go and reopen the creek so the flow flowing down. Was actually interrupted. But yeah, it's been windy as well too. So hopefully we don't have any trees falling down. I don't feel like taking out the chainsaw and cutting them when it's wet. But it's been brutal. It's wet. All the wood that I bought yesterday all got wet as well, so I'll have to wait till they dry up. I'm not coming down, but it's raining. Can you show the progress? So there's the outside. You guys can see the glass. I finished the deck outside. I actually put the 2x6s. I haven't put a roof on here yet, on top of the deck, because I'm having a hard time getting that polycarbonate here in BC. So I'll have to, when I head back to the city, I'll buy some. I'm not gonna walk on the other side, it's wet. I went and got some reclaimed wood so I can put for the edging, for the baseboard and everything. This is the inside, the floor is done. I just have a few things here and there right now till I actually fix it. You know, the table, little couch. This is gonna turn into a bed. I'm actually gonna pull the bed from the inside as a box. I'm gonna take it all out so I can have more free space. There's a wood stove. We're just waiting for the pipes and the chimney to be installed. I was actually gonna put it in this corner, but we changed it to this corner instead. It's actually gonna be better that way. But yeah, the ceiling, everything is done. The floor is done. It's just the trim, the baseboard, and the wood stove is the most important because it's been getting really, really cold at night. Really cold actually at night. Wake up every morning, it's about like 8 degrees inside. Even with the small little electric heater, it doesn't even do anything. So waiting for that wood stove. The guy promised me, he said last week of October, so I'm hoping this upcoming week we can have, it'll be nice and warm because we're getting a lot of humidity, a lot of moisture in the windows. It's uncomfortable sleeping in there for the past 3 weeks now. And I don't want to go to the city right now till it hits below 1, so I can find out if my water line is gonna freeze or not. Are you only powered by solar? No, unfortunately in this area, because the mountain is so high, and this is how it is most of the winter. We don't get sun, at all. So I had to take the solars down, and I had to actually get a power made up. So if you guys can see all the way in the bottom, see that little blue roofing in the bottom, all the way there. I don't know if you can see it there, yeah. And what happened? I'm trying to do it on both cameras and stuff. So all the way there, that's from there up to here. It's about 600 feet. So we did it trench all the way from there, all the way up here, 600 feet to put a power line. So everything that I actually worked for and made this summer just went all into that one power line. At least I can have some power. One heater going right now. It doesn't keep the whole place warm, but until I get the wood stove. So the only time I'm using the power right now is just to continue having good power for my freezer because it's full of meat. It's only 30 amps. Is vitamin C bioflavonoids as good as liposomal? Vitamin C as bioflavonoid? No, see, think of liposomal or enema, pretty much anything that actually bypasses the harsh of your digestive juices is gonna actually have a much better life or much higher absorption rate, right? So liposomal is gonna be way better than vitamin C or even vitamin C with bioflavonoids. Should I be connected with the aluminum and trace minerals? No, there's no point to worry. It's very small traces on there. 30 amps. Hi, which country is this? I'm in Canada. I'm in BC, guys. Hey, Marek, how are you? I'm trying to come early so I can we can chat. I hope you're doing good. I hope things are going well for you. Hey, Duke, you're getting wet. Come on, up here. The other comments are from YouTube, Jazz. That's why you can't see them on your end. So I have two screens going at the same time right now. No, I have no plans of boosting to 200 amps at all. And I'm not really looking to boost up that high. It's too expensive. Cost is too high. You know, I'd rather keep it as simple as possible. All I care for is having enough power to run a small freezer and enough power to actually have light. That's it. I want to keep it as simple as possible. No extra power, nothing. Don't really care for it. Don't really need it either. Hope the same at your side. So far so good, Mark. Thanks so much for asking. Looks like hunter-gatherer environment. It's a beautiful place, and that's the way we should always maintain it. Just sometimes it's a bit of a struggle, but you know, we can make it happen, no problem. Today I went and picked up 8 dozen of eggs, so it should be good for a good week. Look into wind power up in the mountains. You should be able to run 24/7. The downfall about the wind power, because we're down in a valley here, and you can see a lot of the trees here that are at least easily over 100 feet, you know, 50 to 100 feet. We don't get much wind at all here. So it defeats the purpose of actually having a wind power unless we go like over 100 and some, because on both ends I'm covered with mountains. So the wind here is very, very minimal, very minimal. I might maybe just give one a shot, maybe get one from Costco, try it out. If it does work, excellent. If it doesn't work, I might maybe just return it. But the wind level we get here is very minimal. Look nice over there. Cheers from Holland. Cheers. Margin, thanks so much for the comment. Do you want to be self-sufficient? I am, yes. So next year, hopefully I'm gonna have some eggs and goats. For next afternoon, MD, you're getting rained out too, eh? Island is non-stop rain for the past. Yeah, it's been like this too, 48 hours now, and we're probably gonna get for 3 more days, all the way till Monday. I hope there's no overflow. I've already started to see some TikToks, you know, showing there's a lot of overflowing in Vancouver. Do you have a diesel here? I don't know. Are you going to be the arugula king? Maybe grow some arugula, start actually exporting arugula from here. Would be awesome. Get like the full nitrate that everybody's looking for. That would be a nice idea if I can maintain it. Look, let's go inside, bud. It's getting chilly. Come here. Come warm up. Let's warm up. It's nice and warm here, kinda warm. But the windows there's a lot of moisture on the windows still. So this is the only heater that I have going right now that I'm trying to actually maintain. So we'll see how that goes. Duke, come here, let's make some coffee. I've had like 4 cups of coffee. I don't know what's going on today. Been up since 3 o'clock in the morning. Duke woke me up about 3. He was cold, came and slept beside me the whole time. You can be the arugula millionaire. I don't care about money and I don't care about making $1 million. I just wanna save lives. If I can save lives, that's more than $1 million for me. Hey. Leave that alone. Leave the fan alone. Leave the fan alone. We cannot install it yet. Let's go make some coffee. Come. Your back is wet. Let's clean it up. Come here. Duke with me. Come here. Back up for a sec. No, we're not gonna play with that anymore because I don't like it. Yeah, you got to retire when a burger will be 100. Yeah, I don't think there's a point for anybody to retire these days. You know, the moment you actually retire and you stop doing things, that's when it's time for you to leave. What about cost, land, house? Yeah, the land is still being paid for. The house, it's a tiny house. The only thing that I'm still paying for is just the small trailer that I have attached to the tiny house. Other than that, I'm trying to kind of make it as cheap as possible, as affordable as possible, where, you know, the money that I can work and put would be kind of going towards to sustain living here. Nothing more, nothing less. Once I have the land paid off, then I think it'll be a little bit easier as well too, because that's probably like most of the cost, more than anything. And to kind of keep, you know, and as long as you're not kind of eating out junk and doing all that stuff, then you could be able to sustain it. Like I kind of strictly go mostly carnivore, so pretty much all my food is just being strictly meat and eggs, nothing more, nothing less. So that's the ideal, most bioavailable food a person can actually have. How will you get enough sunshine? Vitamin D. It's mostly in the summertime you get some good sun, but in the wintertime we don't. So unfortunately, I'll have to get my vitamin D from the food I consume, whether it's fish or eggs or cheeses. Sometimes I might have to take a supplement just to kind of maintain a good level. And you can definitely hunt in here. I haven't tried this season. I've been doing a lot of fishing for the past 2 years, but last year or so I didn't really go that much, or this year because of Duke. So probably next year I'll start to go a little bit more fishing, which is good. If I do good, I'll probably maybe buy like a small boat, so it'll be easy to actually fish. I'm in BC right now. The only thing is the downfall we had, because we had such a massive rain for the past 48 hours and it's constantly raining right now, we get sand in the water. So the filtration I put out this year didn't really work as well. I have to actually extend it and make it work a little bit better. Do you have solution for tendonitis? Eliminate oxalates. Can red light help with eye health? I use it lots. I use the red light for my eyes because I tend to actually sit on the computer sometimes a little bit too long to actually finish a few things for my patients. And, you know, sometimes I get a little bit of eye strains. So yes, the red light therapy, I actually flash it on my eyes. I stare on it for about 6 to 8 minutes every single day. It does actually help remove any of the strain. It works for me. You can definitely try it out. And I have this very, very small one, but I'm buying one that is roughly about this big. Unfortunately, they couldn't ship it here. It has to be shipped to the city. So once I get it, I'll show it to you guys. See if there's something you guys might like. It's a rechargeable unit as well too. What about supplement to help gout? Doctor says too much protein need help. No, the gout has nothing to do with protein. Gout is mostly fructose. Fructose is what's causing gout because fructose actually increases your uric acid levels. Nothing to do with the meat or the protein at all. And once you have gout, pretty much you have to watch all the fructose you eat. It doesn't mean that, you know, you're eating like natural fructose that is found in fruits, it should be fine. No, you have to watch everything you consume, because a lot of the fructose will actually increase your uric acid levels. I have severe chronic late stage limb and Bartonella cat scratch fever and agony, weak, stiff. I'll have to look into that. I don't think I have much information on that. I'll have to look into it. Maybe send me a direct message. I can definitely look into it or check. Make a little bit of coffee with some MCT. I gotta reduce the amount of MCT I drink. I've been drinking almost 2 bottles of this every month. That's a lot. What causes high oxalates? It's the food you consume that's actually rich in oxalates. And oxalates usually comes from a lot of plants. How much per day do you recommend? Of which? The MCT? I take about 3 tablespoons, give or take, a day. I don't really recommend that much, because keep in mind it does have very strong antibacterial, antifungal, and that could actually hurt your one of the bacteria in your gut, so you'll have a hard time digesting food. So you just have to be careful where you have to actually reduce that once in a while, or go off of it for at least 3-4 days to recover. I can't remember the name of the bacteria that actually affects or kills. I gotta look it up. I can't remember the top of my head. It's one of the strains of the bacteria, and what happens is when you eat food, you're gonna notice that the food is taking a little bit longer to actually be absorbed. So the C8 is very, very strong as an MCT oil product, so make sure you guys don't overuse it. You know, once a day would be ideal. If you have to do it more than that, just make sure you kind of monitor how your digestion is going, because it will actually conflict. Other than that, yeah, it will put you in ketosis instantly. And the nice thing is, being in ketosis, you know, cognition, what else? Cognition, you don't crave anything at all. You're always satiated. You never feel hunger. Your brain energy, you never, you know, struggle to find certain things or certain keywords. It's pretty impressive, actually. I like it. It's just make sure you guys don't overdo it. This thing is hot. Hi Maurice. L-theanine, magnesium, glycinate, vitamin C, zinc, hawthorn berry is okay to take. When you're taking them at night, the only thing is I would maybe not take is the vitamin C. If it's at night, if it's during the daytime, should be fine. I usually like to take magnesium and glycinate in the evening because it helps you relax. If you take it during the daytime, sometimes it might make you a little bit sleepy. Sometimes, not all the time. It depends on the individual and how much you're taking. It's getting pretty warm in here. Should reduce the heat. When it gets really cold in the morning, when I wake up, I have a gas heater that I installed last year. I don't like it because it actually wastes almost like a 25-pound propane tank every other day. So it gets very expensive, very expensive. What about syntonic light therapy? I'll have to look into that. I haven't heard of that. Syntonic. Can you send me a message, Matt, if you don't mind? Maybe I'll look into it. Because the one I have is the near and far infrared that I use, different frequency. Can you repeat what I need to avoid for tendonitis? Anything that has oxalates. Okay, night. all at night. If you take them at night, then don't take the vitamin C with it, because sometimes vitamin C is a stimulant. Sometimes it might keep you awake and not allow you to actually get some restful sleep. That's the only difference. Give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna blend my coffee. So for the past 2 days, since we've been having heavy rain, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle because I have to worry about water overflowing. So I had to go fix a creek yesterday and had to go fix a creek this morning. My water got sand in it from too much mud flowing as well. So I had to actually shut off the water to the big tank for now till the sand settles a bit. Then for some reason I think we have so much pressure here building up that my water tank, my hot water tank, started to leak again. So I had to actually go buy some of this stuff so I can actually fix it up today before I reactivate it. So that's why I haven't been coming on as much as before doing live, just because every day something new happens, and I am well aware of a lot of these things gonna happen. That's why I was actually waiting till the winter hits to see what's gonna go wrong, so this way I can be ready to fix it. Salt is good. So there's my nice cup of coffee. 1 little cup. I'm gonna switch from this coffee. I'm gonna try another one, and hopefully it'll taste as good. I think we get it next week. So once I get it, I'll let you guys know what I think. Best way to lower LDL? Well, there's 2 ways to lower LDL. One option is you can lower your saturated fats, because LDL is a lipoprotein driver. The other thing is you can take niacin, red yeast rice, bergamot. There's so many different ways, but the question is, why do you want to lower your LDL if not causing any issues? So if LDL is not causing any issues, and what I mean by issues, that means your LDL is not being oxidized. So if your LDL is not being oxidized, why do you want to lower it? Only if it's actually being oxidized, then you should lower it. Something off with that coffee. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. It's starting to piss me off. Blood work from doctor says high LDL. What is high? Is it over 300? Then I can say it's high. If it's under 300, I say you're fine. But keep in mind, whether 300, 400, 500, 100, 200, even the doctor, if he wants to lower it and stuff, the question is, before you even want to lower it or attempt to actually play with your LDL levels, get a better picture, get a CAC score, get some CCTA score, find out is it actually causing an issue for you or not. Milk thistle gave me a runny nose. Is it liver detoxin? It's actually because it gets rid of mucus. So that's why it does that sometimes. Mucus buildup. So when you take milk thistle, keep in mind that activates and it enables your glutathione levels. And glutathione, it gets rid of mucus from the body. So that's why sometimes you might have like a runny nose. You spoke about niacin. Is it safe? Heard some cons about it. Niacin is 100% safe. Keep in mind, it has 84 years of history of niacin being used to control cholesterol, right? And for the past, 67 years, pharmaceuticals been trying to shut it down. So now they came up with a study, probably like what, 2-3 months ago, which is I did a video about it, that niacin could cause a heart attack. And suddenly you get all these influencers scaring you guys and saying, hey, don't take niacin because it can cause a heart attack. Well, I think that's bullshit. I've been using niacin for more than 10 years. And when I check my inflammatory factors, lipid factors, clotting factor, all that stuff is good. So how is it going to cause a heart attack if all these factors are good and if there is no soft plaque? Miltison and alpha lipoic acid gave me runny nose. How long till passes, Maurice? It depends how much mucus you have in your body. Usually it could take roughly less than a week. If it's more than a week, then it could be maybe something is odd happening. I'll have to find out. But usually whenever I come across that, it's usually about a week, unless your diet consists of certain things to actually produce a mucus, right? Such as dairy, hormonal foods, too much sugar, starches. Hi Maurice, I randomly get hives after exercise. It's making me stay away from the gym. The hives are either you're allergic to something in the gym or possibly your liver is detoxifying. Thoughts on carnivore diet? I've been on a carnivore diet 10 years now. What would you like to know about it? Ask away. I can tell you all the good things about it and all the bad things about it and all the things that people are missing out from being on a carnivore diet. Especially one main ingredient that everybody's missing out. This coffee doesn't taste good anymore. I don't know why. You know, I make 3 cups a day. 1 cup tastes amazing, 2 cups it tastes horrible. I don't know why. I heat them up the same, I do the same concept, same everything, and still sometimes they don't taste as good. Do you eat any greens or fruits at all? I don't eat any greens. The only greens that I would eat would be arugula, only if I can grow my own because of the nitrate in it. Other than that, when it comes down to fruits, yeah, this year I've had 1 cup of blueberries that was grown here wild. That's the only fruit I've had so far, and I have 1 small tree that I gave me about 20 apples. So that's all I eat is whatever I can grow. But for me to buy anything from the stores, I would never touch any of that stuff from the stores. Does psyllium seed husk help lowering cholesterol? Psyllium seed husk, if anything, is going to damage your intestines. I would stay away from that stuff. How do you drink your coffee? Any creamers? I usually put MCT oil with it or heavy 33% whipping cream. What is the main ingredient on carnivore diet? I want to start to heal a skin condition. Meat. Meat is going to be your most nutrient dense alongside with organs, but definitely meat is plenty enough to get started. Meat, eggs, that would be like your ideal start. Thoughts on avocado? Avocados are good. They're good fruits. Unfortunately, I don't have access to them here, Vicky. When I go to the city, I can buy some organic, but I don't have access to them. Here, when there's one location that actually bring them in, but they charge like $4 an avocado. There's no way I'm spending $4 an avocado, and it's 50-50. You go home, you open it, and it could be rotting, right? Do you use only organic meat, grass-fed only? It's grass-fed, grass-finished. There is no such thing as organic. Organic is bullshit. I mean, imagine if somebody tells you, hey, organic meat, they are still feeding them grains. They have to be grass-fed, grass-finished. And if they are grass-fed but grain-finished, then I trim all the fats out. Yeah, here in Canada, things are getting very expensive. For example, a dozen of eggs, I used to buy it for $6. Right now, they're actually selling them for $8. It's insane. That's why I want to get my own chickens eventually, because the amount of prices has gone up compared to last year and the year before. It's making it so tough for a person to actually live properly. So the grains sit in the fat. Yes, all the toxic effects sits in the fat. So that's why I would actually stay away from the fat. If I ever come across, let's say I run out of grass-fed, grass-finished meat and I can only find commercial, I would actually buy it as lean as possible, and I would actually trim the fat away and dispose it. And if I want to add my own fat, it would be like a grass-fed, probably butter, ghee, or possibly suet or like beef tallow. I know for a fact it'll be much cleaner. No, Maurice, you were right. I started magnesium and taurine and my heart conduction improved. It apparently solved the Mobitz. 1 I had during the evening still makes sense to you? Yeah, oh, 100%. You know, that would be the starting. I don't know how much magnesium you are taking, but make sure you're saturating correctly. And if you want a faster option, look into IV therapy. So the hives break out anytime I exercise. Yeah, it gotta be some kind of detoxification process. Go check your liver and kidney enzymes. It gotta be a process with the detoxification because keep in mind when you actually exercise, your body detoxifies. And if anything, I will use taurine unless your body is running out of taurine because taurine is a heavy detoxifier for your system. I use it lots. I take about 9,000 milligrams a day. This fucking coffee is terrible. What a waste. Seriously, what a waste. I'm not buying this coffee anymore. It's funny, you get a company who they actually make some excellent coffee. I've been using it for the past year. Recently, they changed the label. And since they changed the label and the way it's packaged, its flavor-wise has been terrible. Terrible. And I'm a huge fan of coffee. 9,000 milligrams a day. Yeah, I take 3,000 milligrams 3 times a day. Is it Vicky or Icky? Vicky. Yeah, that's how much I take. 9,000 milligrams, 3,000 milligrams per dose on an empty stomach. On an empty stomach. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second, guys. My mom's trying to call me. I don't know why. Let's see what she needs. Maybe she was sending me a picture. I don't want to lose the live chat, so let me just respond. See if I can respond on my computer. Give me a minute. Let's see if I can respond on the computer. Give me a minute, guys. Let me just respond. Created by absorbable blend of it. No. What are the sides of taurine? The sides, like side effects? There's no side effects. The highest I've ever taken of taurine was almost about 30 grams a day. That's 30,000 milligrams. So there's no known side effects. If anything, you might maybe get like a slight stomach pain, maybe. Or Duke is very wet, bud. Do you ever take your supplements in a cereal bowl with some milk? I should, since I take so much Blaine, right? Actually, it's funny you're saying that. So I just bought this the other day. So now I'm gonna actually put all my supplements in here with some milk, and I'll just do it that way since I take too many freaking supplements. And all I gotta do is just put some coffee and some supplements, and I'll be all good to go. Do come inside, bud. It's raining still. It's actually getting a little bit brighter, which is nice to see. Copper, what about copper? Duke, your back is full of water. I said, don't go outside anymore. Up in the bed. Place. You were sleeping till the phone rang. Come on. Come on. You're wet. I gotta clean you up. Hold on, let me get a piece. Let me get the napkin. Come here. Come here. Your back is wet. Look at this. Stop going outside. You're making a mess here with all your shedding. Look at this. All the shedding from Duke. It's all over the place, bud. I vacuum like 4 times a day. It's crazy. I have to. Living with Duke, living with a German Shepherd, you have to, non-stop. I like that. So I'm gonna actually, I should show you guys how many supplements I take. I don't take them all at once, but seriously, I do take a lot. Duke, that's not a that's not a ball. He took an apple. He grabbed an apple, one of the apples from the tree. Look at him. Let's switch the camera so you guys can see what he's doing. Look at this. What are you gonna do with that apple? Are you actually gonna eat it? You never grab an apple by yourself. That's not a ball, Duke. That's interesting. Let's see if he's gonna eat it. That's it. This is yours. You better eat it, Duke. He just wants to play. Not get more fiber. Probably that's all he wants is to play with it. Because he thinks it's a ball. He never eats apples. Every time I'm eating like an apple, he would actually like take a small bite and that's it. How can I check if it's a liver kidney causing the hives? If so, how can I stop this? Yeah, you have to actually check your liver enzymes first to see if they're actually being overstimulated. If they are being overstimulated, then we know for a fact there is a detoxification issue. If there is a detoxification issue, there's some supplements you can take to actually assist and actually detoxify. Yeah, they don't care about the fiber. They just care to play with it. But he took a small bite. I wonder if he's gonna eat it or not. He's like, this is something new to me. What the best way to manage and how and when to take supplements, especially what can combine or can't? Just keep in mind, anything that is water soluble, and amino acid, you can take on an empty stomach. Anything that is fat soluble, you can take with food. Iodine, you will never get enough iodine eating food. And the unfortunate thing is, us here living in North America, in the USA, in places like that, we don't consume enough fish in our diet, so we're always deficient in iodine. So it's better to actually get it as a supplement in liquid form. You need roughly about 2.5 milligrams daily. Hey Maurice, you mentioned taking astaxanthin and taurine for extremely dry eyes. Thank you. Yes, I hope things are going good. What does the taurine do? Taurine, so think of it this way. Taurine is an amino acid and it's heavily found in your eyes, brain, and heart. So any of these three, the moment they start to fail, 99% of the time it's always a taurine deficiency. Best iodine supplement by Lugol. Lugol, I think it's called? Lugol's. Look it up. The guy does not distribute, does not has affiliates or nothing like that, which is awesome. I like that. You can buy it directly from their website, and whether you want to buy one or you want to buy 12 bottles. I just finished cleaning my oven. I am wiped for the day now. Retirement is making me soft. Blaine, you should come here and work with me in the land. It'll keep you in shape. Yes, Lugol iodine. I take it every day for my thyroid. 2% Lugol's 5 drops a day. It's roughly, I think, about 2.5 milligrams, Emma, right? Is that how much you're consuming? Usually for cancer patients, we go as high as 12 milligrams a day. Duke, are you gonna eat that apple or just playing with it, making the floor nice and sticky? I think he just wants to make everything sticky here. I don't have an oven, which is good, Blaine. All I have to do is just worry about my wood stove. A property like yours would keep me in good shape. Oh, 100%. It's seriously, it's non-stop. There's always something every single day to do, even when it's cold, rainy. Like right now, I still have probably about a full, probably 4 hours worth of work to actually move all the wood that I got that are already getting wet. And seriously, it's just non-stop. There's always something. There's always something. And of course, there's Duke. I gotta spend 2 hours with him, training him, playing with him, or else he'll damage everything. You should tell him he can eat it. He might think you don't want him to eat it. Oh, he will eat it, but he doesn't like apples. Usually if he's gonna eat an apple, he would actually eat it without the skin. So I'll peel it off for him later. It's not time for him to eat. Duke, you can eat it if you want. It's not a bowl. Does Duke like trips to the city? Oh, he loves it to the city. Every time you go there, he wants to go in every single store. He loves to actually socialize with people. So today, this morning, actually, I had to go down to town to actually get some eggs and stuff. Because the farmer I get eggs from, he was out. And of course, knowing Duke, I have to go with him to every store. We go usually to about 3 stores we're allowed to go in. And he has to meet every single person. And they love him because he loves socializing with people. So that's why when I head to the city, and he got used to it too, because when I was, every time I'm in the city, I take him to like the hunting shops and like home hardware shops. They're massive there, and we just walk around, and he wants to stop and meet every single person. And you know for a fact, every time they see a German Shepherd, everybody wants to say hi to him, no matter what. He's actually eating the apple. That's good. I do wonder what other supplements other than iodine we can't get enough on carnivore. Magnesium. Magnesium and iodine are the top 2. Magnesium is heavily used when you consume a lot of protein as well. So every time you consume a lot of protein, we overuse magnesium. And anytime you do any type of activity, digestion, anything you do, you're always going to be missing magnesium. And we're looking for 6 milligrams per deciliter for the magnesium levels. Do you recommend doing a parasite cleanse? Maybe. I think sometimes a lot of people over talk about it and it's so hyped up, and I think there's a lot of bullshit going on. But if you know for a fact you eat pretty clean and you eat a carnivore diet that mimics fasting, the best way to actually get rid of any parasites, having a very strong acidity in your gut should be fine. The only reason people get H. pylori because of the food they mix and the heavy processing. But if that happens, then there's a specific protocol you have to follow, and that's where ivermectin comes in. That's interesting. What kind of magnesium do you recommend? It has to be magnesium ionic chloride. I have it on my website as well, Emma, the one I use. What kind of magnesium? I'm training and on carnivore. Yes, magnesium ionic chloride is the most natural form found in our food and water. And you gotta take about 100 to about 200 milligrams per dose. It is all on my website, guys, for the one I use. He's a beautiful pup. I see why people would be drawn to him. He has a good personality around you. He's very good. He's very calm. He respects people and stuff, which is nice. And he knows, time to go and time to come back, and he knows who to talk to and who not to. And he's very gentle with all of them, which is really nice. My mom is unable to walk due to Lipitor. Can she take anything to get her back on her feet? Whenever you are on Lipitor, you need at least 10,000 to 20,000 IU of vitamin D3. And that's the only reason this happens in the body. Guys, give me a second. I just gotta go respond to my mom again. She sent me another message. She's trying to buy some magnesium from the store. And I can't end the chat here, so give me a second. Let me see if I can respond. Vitamin B1, thiamine, yes, that's the one you need. Perfect. Yeah, she's getting vitamin B1. Sardines and anchovies have a lot of magnesium too, but they give me heartburn for some reason. Yeah, you're not gonna get enough, seriously. You will never, guys, no matter how much magnesium you consume from food, you're never going to actually saturate your cells. You've already been deficient since you were a little kid. I can't talk really about ivermectin here. I can get banned, but yes. Anything to help with fat deposits in the liver. Used to drink a lot of alcohol. Yeah, you can do, you can follow a carnivore diet if you like. So this way you can give your liver a break. He's actually eating the whole thing. This is the first time ever. And you guys got a good show to watch Duke. That's good. I am impressed. I always keep the apples in good range, but I never thought he would actually ever grab one and eat it by himself. Duke, you're on video camera. And you're gonna be recorded. That's impressive. Thoughts on liposomal injection, lipo-C? Yeah, injections. Anything to do with injection is good. IV therapy of vitamin C and magnesium would be ideal. Hey, Maurice and Duke, how are you guys doing? Zizu, it's good to hear from you. We're doing well. Duke is sitting here eating an apple, and we're just watching him. Gold has been rising and has hit over 2,700 per ounce. Wow, that's quite a bit. Keep your head on a swivel. Something is cooking. Oh, I know. Something is coming up. 2,700. That's gone up quite high. Wow. Probably it'll be too late to invest in any of that stuff. It's not like we can afford it. But something is happening. Soon money will be, cash will be obsolete. Do you also supplement with vitamin D and K2 during the winter time? Vitamin D, yes. I don't really care much about vitamin K2. I get enough of it from egg yolks and cheeses. I just harvested an elk. Maybe I'll do carnivore for a while. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I would. Duke, you ate the whole thing. Wow. How does it feel? You like it? Was it good? Was it good? Yeah. Elk meat is awesome. And it has a nice little texture and nice flavor. Just don't overcook it, and maybe enjoy a couple pieces raw too. Room temperature, make sure. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Hopefully that's true. Hopefully it's true. Duke, you like the apple? Was that good? This is the first time ever. The BRICS countries are meeting this week, 22nd, 24th in Kazan, Russia. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. What's gonna happen, Blaine? It's gonna be interesting. A lot of things are changing in the next 3 weeks, so I think I'll be still here before I head back to the city. Hopefully my water does not freeze. I want to be here if something happens than being in the city where I end up getting stuck. Yeah, you did a good job, Duke. You did a good job. Good job. I know. You ate the apple. Good boy. You like it? You're free to take one anytime you want. Which magnesium is best for the heart? Magnesium ionic chloride. That's the one that you need. Look at that. Look at that. We gotta vacuum your back. Look at this. What are we gonna do with that? You're shedding like crazy. You just started yesterday. Look at this. Should we brush you today when the rain stops? Duke is not on strict carnivore. you know, he eats meat all the time. This is the first time ever he eats an apple, which is good. But yeah, he loves the. This is the first time. He usually has like a bite and that's it. I'm surprised he ate the whole thing. Maybe he wanted something nice and refreshing. Sable German Shepherd. Cheers. Thank you. JD. Hey, Maurice. Is the roof on your deck finished? No, I'm having a hard time finding the materials. So I just put a plastic cover right now. Because the polycarbonate that I wanted to buy, they don't actually have them here. Closest area was in Winlaw, but they don't have any, so it takes about 6 weeks to order some. But the problem is I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna do any more installation outside or work outside because of the weather, so I'll probably gonna wait till next season now, probably March, April, or May, and then install it. But I just have it covered right now from the rain. We still get quite a bit of rain because it's been brutal and windy. And there he goes. Obviously he sees something. Duke, don't get wet. No. By the way, Maurice, is your kayak ready for snow for now? Have you been able to catch salmons? I haven't. Look at the weather. It's been raining non-stop. The kayak is good to go. I fixed it up. But with this weather, I don't want to be in the water when it's that cold. Seriously. And because with the kayaks, you have water going in and out of the kayak, so it gets pretty cold in there. The only thing I can do probably is, well, I don't think we're gonna get any more sunny days. It's gonna be nice and snowy soon, probably. I love the mushroom coffee that you recommended, both black and the latte. That's awesome. I'm glad that's working out good for you, Karen. Good to hear. Come on, Duke, up here. Yeah, with weather like this, it'll be tough. I wouldn't go on the water unless I have like a big enough boat. But for me to take a kayak in this weather, no, I won't enjoy it. I'll end up getting wet and cold, and it wouldn't be good at all. Yeah, he's very quickly. He will actually, if he needs something, he wants to get places, he will get there instantly. He's pretty quick. Duke, come up here. Sweat. Sweat and cold. Come on. What kind of mattress do you think is the best for our health? Make sure there's no polyester, no synthetic stuff. You gotta stay away from that as much as possible. If you can get like natural cotton, would be good, because the whole idea is you need to give your body time to heal. And if you have anything that is synthetic or polyester that actually conflicts with the healing of your frequency, it's going to be very, very tough to actually get rid of any inflammation. Now, I know a lot of that stuff is very, very expensive when it comes down to cotton, but sometimes, having one main thing is better than having multiple. Like, I still wear polyester and, synthetic clothing, but eventually next year probably get rid of all that stuff. But when it comes down to your bed sheets or even your mattress as well, try to kind of stick with cotton if you can get some good deals on them. I remember back in the day when I was very young, like roughly about 5 years old, we all used to have cotton mattresses, and it's all organic and stuff. And now look, everybody, we have all synthetic. It's not as affordable. I do sleep on a grounding mat, yes, that does actually contain cotton and silver lining. He's like a border collie. They love the rain, doesn't bother them at all. Yeah, it doesn't bother him at all. But when he comes in here, and we got water all over the place, like he would love to go for a walk right now. He would actually, but it's me that I'm gonna get wet and I'm gonna end up sliding down the hill. What do you think of Wegovy injection to lose weight? Any type of injection or anything like that for weight loss, I think it's all bullshit and it's all temporary. Because the moment you get off or the moment you stop, probably everything goes back to normal, right? It's better to do it naturally, would be better. Please, I cramp a lot when I take a creatine. You're probably over drinking too much water, overstimulating your kidney, and you're losing too much magnesium. What about copper? Copper is good as peptides. Then taking it as a supplement. If you're gonna take it as a supplement, make sure you're taking a ratio 7 to 1. So every 1 milligram of copper, 7 milligrams of zinc, and make sure they're not consumed on the same time. Yeah, there's it's always like this. The inside he gets like super wet from Duke when he goes in, and of course I have to clean it, dry it up, vacuum. Trust me, I vacuum 4 times a day. Sometimes I get sick of it, but I have to keep the place nice and clean. One thing I hate is I don't want my house to actually smell like a dog. When a dog's fur gets wet, they actually give out a slight smell. He doesn't. Duke doesn't, just because I think maybe I feed him raw most of the time. But still, I like to kind of keep everything nice and clean. And the only reason I did all like pine wood and everything, the older it gets, the nicer it becomes. So which is nice. And I check it out. I got some behind me. I don't know if you guys can see them. These 2 pieces of wood. These are reclaimed wood. So I got them. I cleaned them up and everything. So these are like 8 inches. I'm gonna actually put them around the window frames and the baseboard, but I'm gonna cut them in half. I think 4 inches is good. 8 inches is way too big. Last 15 years, we have technology to see if someone has a sickness or uses drugs just by looking, scanning her eyes. You just show us? Huh? Last 15 years, we have technology to see if someone has sickness or uses drugs just by looking his or her eyes. Okay. You just show us. Show us what? Show you what? Please, I cramp a lot when I take a creatine. I already mentioned why. You're over drinking water, you're overstimulating your kidneys, and you're flushing out your magnesium, and that's why you're getting cramps. You're getting a lot of cramping is because your body's not actually absorbing it correctly, your lack of enzymes, and you're actually flushing out your magnesiums. Dude, come. You're getting wet. Leave him alone, it's okay. The eyes do reveal a lot about you. 100%. 100% they do. So how should I take it, please? Start taking it with food. Start taking no more than 3 grams per dose. And don't drink too much water. Make sure your water is hydrated correctly. A lot of people that take creatine, sometimes they don't hydrate properly. And when I'm saying about hydrate, don't just shove water down your throat. The water has to be hydrated with proper trace minerals. You are my go-to online source for any health matters. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge. Thanks so much, Emma, for the comment. Really appreciate it. The eyes do reveal a lot about you, 100%. They can tell whether you're bullshitting or you're actually talking truthfully. 100%. Gotta keep my eye on Duke. Pauline, how are you? Good to see you on here. How to bring down cortisol. One of the simplest things you can do with cortisol is take L-theanine. L-theanine can actually bring down your cortisol levels very fast. Oh, that's why I don't have the alarm on. That's why it hasn't gone off when there was a deer in the bottom. That's why Duke was barking. And I have an alarm, but I forgot to plug it in because sometimes I unplug it at night. Because last week I forgot to actually unplug it, and almost 4 o'clock, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, Duke goes wild. And he wanted to go outside because the alarm goes off. What helps with the scalp psoriasis, eczema? It flares up and doesn't seem stress related. Eczema and psoriasis is all related to the food you eat. So think of your skin as your biggest organ. And what controls your skin is your gut. So anything you put in that gut is actually shown as an output. So usually psoriasis and eczema is related to hormonal foods. Duke here. So hormonal foods has to be actually eliminated from your diet, especially when it comes down to, let's say, dairy and eggs, if they're not a clean source. Let's go play. We'll play here. We're not gonna go outside. Okay, back up. It's pretty cold in here. Good job. Eye insight can tell a lot about your health. 100%. And it's a lot of the Asian culture, actually. You know, when I am in the city and sometimes I go to a lot of stores and stuff, one of the Asian lady that I know, really well educated, she can tell from your eyes automatically whether you have like liver issue, kidney disease, you have any issue with your heart, or everything. She can tell so much, and it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing the stuff they can actually see. Sacroiliitis, what to use for this? I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with that. I'll have to look into it, Paul, and send me a message. Greeting, listening in a while. I'm on my rower. Feeling good. That's awesome. Now I'm debating whether to actually buy a rower or a bike, one of these rogue bikes, because I want to get one and actually put it here. I think, you know, doing like a 5-7 minute hit training on it every single day or every other day would be amazing. That's the plan. I want to get one actually, because going up and down the hill, me and Duke has been awesome, Bart. But having one, I think, inside here, especially in the winter time, like a rowing machine, would be awesome. It deer around and you are wasting this proper moment to have a good steak in this cold weather. Well, hunting is not that simple. You can't just pull up a rifle and just, if you see a deer, you want to hunt it out, right? You gotta have proper gear, proper licensing, and of course, you have to have like a proper tag so you can actually do it. I wish it was that easy, but it's not that simple. And now my hunting license is actually expiring in November. And the downfall is there's no place for me to go actually and renew it or get a passport picture here in the closest town. So closest place for me to go is going to be about 2 hours drive. So I'm not going to be able to get it done till I get to the city. And hopefully they don't force me to do the whole course all over again. What type of magnesium is good for constipation? Magnesium citrate. Is cholesterol not as bad as they make out? There's nothing wrong with cholesterol. It's not the cholesterol you have to worry about. It's what causing the cholesterol to oxidize that you have to actually be careful. When cholesterol goes up, it's a sign of certain deficiencies in the body, of certain mineralizations or vitamins or hormones being deficient. Can you see how to bring down cortisol again? You can take a supplement called L-theanine. L-theanine can actually control that very good. Would there be any situation where drinking distilled water could benefit you? A rowing machine gives you a good workout. I would never touch distilled water anymore. I did distilled water for 6 months and actually it drained my body from all the mineralization. And that's how I ended up getting a regular heartbeat almost about 7 years ago. So I would stay away from distilled water. If you want to do it, maybe you can do it for like 2-3 days a month. That would be ideal. But to drink it every single day, I think is bullshit because it will actually flush out all the organic and inorganic material from your body. And trust me, you don't want that. Maybe temporary, yes, but not daily. Concept 2 is the brand I have. Okay, I'll check it out. Concept 2. Hopefully it's good pricing. The one I was looking at the Rogue machine for the bike, and I think it's like version 3, but I'll compare it to the Concept and kind of decide which one I'd like to get, because they're both good for your cardiovascular performance. Maurice, high bilirubin showing on blood. That's all liver markers is in great range. Someone with kidneys, all good, but high bilirubin. I'm taking alpha lipoic acid, and the question is, okay, your liver enzyme is overstimulated. The question is, why is your liver enzyme overstimulated? Sometimes could be medication, sometimes could be certain supplementation, sometimes could be something with foods. So the question is, what foods do actually convert or actually get processed in your liver? And you have to actually check on that food and say, okay, maybe I'm consuming too much fructose, let's assume, as an example. And to kind of convert fructose to glucose, it puts a lot of stress on your liver. You can put distilled and actually put electrolytes with it, yeah. Is your smoke alarm barely low? I don't have a smoke alarm. I actually disabled it. There it is. It's right up here. I actually disabled it because it was freaking annoying. The only reason is I disabled it because every time I'll be cooking something, it goes off and it freaks out Duke. So that's why I kind of took it apart and I took the battery out. I did that from day one. I know I shouldn't be doing that, but I think once I have the cover outside, I'll start doing my cooking outside on the deck instead of inside. Then I'll actually reinstall it. Or maybe I just might install one inside the tiny house instead of the trailer, because it goes off all the time. Dr. Andrew Saul, doctor yourself, died February 3rd, 2024 of congestive heart failure. Dr. Andrew Saul. CTA chest scan with contracts, unremarkable, and calcium score at 0. Should I be concerned for soft? Well, that's what kills a person of. See, that's the problem that people don't understand. Is they go and get a CAC score and say, hey, I have a CAC score of 0, but suddenly some people still experience heart attacks, and then they end up. The question is, it's not so much about the CAC score that you have to worry about. That's where everybody's missing the big picture. It's the soft plaque that is the killer, not the calcification score. Calcification score is a good thing because it's actually calcifying your soft plaque. But if you have soft plaque, that's what you need to fix. And the only way you can actually fix a soft plaque is first you can get what is called a CCTA scan, where it's like a 3D picture where actually it tells you how much soft and how much calcified arteries you have. And if you do have a soft plaque, you can actually fix that. You can actually fix it. It's all related within the diet. You know what causes soft plaque in the arteries? It's fermentation in your gut. If the food is sitting in your gut longer than it should, and it's causing a fermentation effect, and that's what causes soft plaque buildup, or soft plaque in the arteries, or inflammation in the arteries. But you know what's the missing ingredients to actually prevent that? Is magnesium and vitamin D. Once they are deficient, you're gonna be well on your way of having soft plaque, because they both actually essential to maintain arterial flexibility and to make sure your nitric oxide is actually flowing correctly and being converted correctly from nitrate to nitric oxide. No, the CTA scan is different. CCTA is a computed tomography. They do like a full 3D, but they actually tell you how much soft and how much calcifications you have. I have venison in my crock pot at the moment, straight from the South Jersey woody woods. That sounds amazing. I have venison. Venison is good, actually. I would love to have some. I took out today to cook a yak tongue, but I'm just gonna give it to Duke to eat it. That's gonna be his dinner. I'm gonna give him a yak tongue. I was gonna actually cook it outside, but it's been raining all day and I can't activate my wood stove. If I had this wood stove connected right now, I would actually put it on top of that and cook my beef tongue. Would be amazing. The magnesium that you should be taking is magnesium ionic chloride. Because I have a skillet. I have the crock pot. What do you call it? It's made actually for the wood stove. Would be awesome actually. Maybe next year, what I'll do is when I finish the roof and close it off, my deck, make it look, it's gonna be like a nice little greenhouse, almost deck style. I'm gonna put that wood stove that I have in the bottom and start cooking on it. And I think that would be the best thing I can do. It would be awesome that way. Food tastes so much better and so much flavor when you actually cook on a wood stove compared to cooking on like a electrical or even propane sometimes. Wow, it's only 1 o'clock. Time has gone by so slow. Been up so early. It's not much you can do. I was gonna actually clean. I have two pieces of wood still outside. I was gonna actually clean them up, get them ready, but I can't do any cutting or nothing. What is Duke doing? I don't know. Can you guys see him? He's just sitting outside on the deck. That's why I put that cover and everything for him. I wasn't gonna put a cover, but I put it all for him so he can sit outside when it's raining, because he gets bored inside and it gets pretty hot. And sometimes he wants to have the door open and he sits on the front. Now he can actually go outside, which is not bad. It's not as windy. There's no rain coming in, which is easier for him to keep an eye on things. But I know that material that I have is not gonna really hold the snow, but it is temporary right now till next year. And next year, hopefully, well, next season when I come back, oh, there you go, he jumps. Then I'll get the other stuff. Then I'll get the, oops. Let's go see what he's doing here. Then I can get the polycarbonate stuff. Where is he? There he is. Obviously he sees something. Oh yeah, what's there? Oh yeah, I see it. Wait, Duke. Can't see it. There's something small, black, running. You guys see it? You guys see it on the camera or no? It's too far. I don't know what it was. It's like a medium size black color. I don't think it's a dog. Thank you for answering. Do you work with people one-on-one? I do work with people one-on-one, yes. And that's what kind of keeps me going, guys. When you guys... I wanted to know what the hell that was, that thing. I couldn't see it. Duke, what was it? Something small and black. Do you have your plastic nailed down with wood? I just have them stapled right now. I don't have them strapped with the pieces of wood. I just did it very quickly in temporary plane for now. I know they're gonna eventually come off soon when it starts to snow. They'll probably fly off, but which is fine. The snow will land on the deck, which is okay. It should handle the weight till I come back next season. It's getting very windy. I wonder what that was. It was a good size, actually. I don't think it was a coyote. Come here, Duke. What was it? I couldn't tell what it was. It was a little bit far. A bear? No, I don't think it was a bear. It was too quick for a bear, but it was very small, not that big. And it's not I would say probably smaller than Duke in size. Hey, not on a table. Duke, not on a table, please. You're gonna scratch the table. You already did. I'll have to actually redo it again next year anyway. A squirrel, no, it's way bigger than a squirrel. Squirrel would be way too small. Whatever it was much bigger. It was much bigger. Probably like half of the size of Duke. Whatever it was. But I wonder, what could it be? I don't think it's a coyote. Maybe it's a coyote. Silver black foxes in your area. We have foxes here, but I never seen a silver black. Maybe it could be, yeah. What is the best time to take niacin? Ideally, I'd like to have niacin in the evening would be good, but it doesn't hurt to take it more than once a day. Sometimes it's better to take it right before food if you like to have that flush effect. Mountain lion? Maybe. I don't know what it is. I take Trace Minerals drops, but I'm not sure if it has enough magnesium. That's the one I was talking about, Emma. The Trace Minerals, that's the one that you need. Every 40 drops, you get 200 milligrams of magnesium. And you gotta be taking that at least every 4 to 5 hours because we do need a steady supply of magnesium in our body to actually to actually saturate your cells correctly. If you just do it once a day, it's irrelevant. It's not really gonna do you guys any good. So you do have to take it multiple times. I take it probably about 4 or 5 times a day. Is there lions around there you are? There's no lions, no. Duke, Google rare fox with black fur caught on video in BC. Hey, don't scratch my table. Why? So that will give us enough magnesium also. That will give us, yes, 100%. That's the only way you can get enough magnesium into the body. We need to set, keep in mind, back in the day, guys, when we used to get our magnesium from our water. So every time you're drinking water, you're getting a rich source of magnesium. So since our water been redirected and stuff, we don't get proper magnesium. So that's why you do need that steady supply of magnesium. And plus our body will only absorb magnesium at a very, very small rate. So let me go on Google here. So rare fox with black. Maybe it is a fox because one of my neighbors has chicken caught. Probably it is caught on video. Let's see. Duke, hey! You already ate one apple. It's not time to eat again. Leave the apples again. Leave it alone. It's not time to, every time you want an apple, you want to grab one. No, it doesn't work that way. You don't graze like a freaking cow. Go. Go. You already had one. You eat once a day. That's it. Maybe max twice. Yeah, it looks exactly like that. Maybe it is. Maybe it is a fox, a black fox. Leave the apples alone. No. Duke is feeling the sugar craving. Probably. Wolverine BC. Duke, one apple, this is all you get till dinner time. This is what you're having for dinner. I should take the tongue out. No, we still got 3 more hours before he eats. Maybe it is a black fox, yeah. Probably coming after my neighbor's chicken, I'll bet you. Duke has had it with the carnivore diet. I think so. I think he wants to go vegan. Duke, you want to go vegan? Or you want to go like, what do you call that? Fruit people? What do you call the fruit people? I can't remember. Duke, you want to go vegan? You want to go vegan? And just eat vegetables and fruits? Okay, go get him. What, is he here again? What's good for vertigo? It's an exercise you can do. And the food that you actually have to eliminate is anything that has oxalates. Duke, we have to wait 2 more days, then no more rain. Then we'll have a break for 2 days where it's going to be super cold because of the fog and the moisture. Then it's going to rain again for another 4 days. It's like, when do we ever get sun? Not here. Living in the mountains, you probably won't get much sun. There he goes again. Come to Miami. I need the land. If I can get if you guys can give me like a 2-acre or 3-acre land, I'll be happy. And I'll go to like a nice place where it's like hot all year long. I would love to be hot and in the heat every single day, non-stop. I don't want no clouds. I don't want rain. I don't want nothing. Just high heat. What's chirping in your house is driving me crazy. It's not me. It's from Blaine. It's the what do you call it? It's on TikTok. Every time they send me a gift, it keeps going that way. And I think that's what's happening. Keeps going off every like 30 seconds. It's been like this non-stop. Don't go to Florida, come to San Diego. Yeah, good luck with that in Miami. Probably like super expensive. I'd rather go to like somewhere in Europe. Yeah, it keeps going off. I don't know what it is. Maybe something TikTok's trying to actually advertise. High heat, then come to Mauritius. Yeah, that's where I want to go. And I heard you guys have in Mauritius the amazing olive trees, the olive oil. That would be a place to be where you can get like some nice fresh olive oil. That would be awesome. Have you ever preserved meat for emergency use? I have, yeah. I usually cure it. So my brother, he's a chef. He's been a chef for probably more than 30 some years. So what he does is, and we usually get like a full ribeye, the ribeye meat, like as a big roast still, and we slice it up and hang it so that this way we can actually preserve the meat. But one of my good friends is actually starting to do like dry freeze the meat to see how that works out. But I'd rather kind of hang it and let it, you scrape out the mold and everything, not a big deal. But actually it does have some nice rich flavor. Really, really good for you. This year I haven't made any because I was way too busy trying to finish the tiny house. But most probably next year I will start doing that. Especially next year if I'm gonna buy a cow or a steer. We haven't decided yet. I think I'm gonna start doing that quite a bit. leave USA. I'm trying to get to Sicily to do home rehab. The program starting there and elsewhere. Hey, James, if you go there, don't forget to invite me. I hope you're doing good. We'll all meet up in Europe and Sicily. What supplement can help liver detoxification? You got taurine, alpha-lipoic acid, you got NAC, glutathione. I know people who preserve meat in a jar like pickling. I don't know how thoughts. I haven't tried that yet. I've seen lots. People are actually pickling meat in a jar. Duke, enough with the apples. Yeah, I haven't. If you come across any, Emma, and if you try it, let me know. I have not really tried that concept yet. Lady 30, I'm doing well. Thank you. Here, Duke. Thanks for coming on today. What to take to combat excessive fatigue? It's hard to fall asleep. Excessive fatigue, that means your body is lacking magnesium glycinate. That would be one thing. But sometimes it's your mitochondria struggling. So you need some D-ribose to actually fix that issue. Regal Consultant, hey, how are you? Thanks for coming on. Cheers. How many meals do you take daily? Sometimes one, most of the time two a day. So far, 250 homes have been sold under the program. You can buy houses for 200 to 400, rehab them and sell them. That's not bad. But you'll probably have to live there. Do they have like a time frame of living there? Hello, Maurice. Do you believe that eggs can heal the heart? Sounds like a dumb question, but I saw some videos on the subject. Could eggs heal the heart? Well, I think there's a lot of food, a heavy, dense nutrient food that can heal the body. The question is, I came across studies where a heart could take to fix the heart, 1% of the heart, let's say, to actually repair it, it can take 70 years. So I don't know about just eggs, healing the heart. I think sometimes things are overspoken, or, people that just talk about it. I think it's just so much bullshit out there. Any food can actually heal the heart or heal the body. It's just, you gotta make sure it's all about consistency, and it's about time. All we have is time. Like, it doesn't just happen in weeks or months or years. Sometimes it can take a very long time. Are you using DMSO right now? I'm not at this time, no. I'm doing different supplementation as a test right now. I stopped eating eggs on carnivore because the egg white makes me nauseous. Well, technically, we're not supposed to actually absorb egg whites as well. That's why it has to be very, very, very well cooked for the egg white, not the egg yolk. So that's why I kind of sometimes separate them. I overcook the egg white, then I actually keep the egg yolk nice and raw. But yeah, egg white, they actually do cause us not to actually digest them correctly. And then that's a known cause. Because the protein type in the egg white is not well absorbed in the human body. I did a video about that like almost 2 years ago. That technically we shouldn't be really eating the egg white unless we actually cook it very, very well. Come on, Duke. Come on. Come on. Give me the ball. Just watch my fingers. Okay, good. Back up. Back up. Okay, guys, I'm gonna 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. I will call it a day. Ouch. 5 more minutes, we'll call it a day. I just have a few things to finish, and I have to respond to few customers. The best test for B12, definitely good ways to increase quickly. Anything to increase quickly, IV therapy would be your ideal choice. Maurice, what do you add to your coffee? MCT oil, caprylic acid 8. I have it on the website, but this is the one I use. Let me show you the bottle. Kind of give you an idea. This is the one I actually add. MCT oil, caprylic acid 8. I have it on my website, International Bear. Intentionally Bear. I like the company actually. Very clean source. Very powerful. So do start with like 1/8 of a teaspoon. Very, very strong stuff. and sometimes it can cause a soft stool effect if you take too much. So 1/8 of a teaspoon starts with that number slowly, and you can always increase it. Now I know I take a tablespoon, but I'm used to it. Do you like beans and legumes? Well, me being a carnivore, I haven't had beans and legumes for probably I would say 17 years now. This has been a long time. Thank you. What to do with that? You are wealth of knowledge. Thank you so much. Can't thank you enough. Thanks so much, Emma. Really appreciate your comment. Any recommendation for stronger bones? Yeah, you can use calcium phosphate as hydroxyapatite for stronger bones with magnesium and boron. Can MCT oil cause stomach aches? Oh yeah, it will. It will cause stomach aches. That's why you have to start very, very low, like 1/8 with a teaspoon. If you ever work your way up to a tablespoon, make sure you cycle off every like 30 days or 45 days, because it's antimicrobial and antifungal for the gut. It can actually mess with one of your strain of your bacteria. So you won't be able to actually absorb or digest foods correctly sometimes. If you buy the house, fix it up in 60 days, you can sell it and do it again. Does lowering cholesterol affects memory? Oh, 100%. 100%. If you want to live like a vegetable, that's the best way to do it, is lower your cholesterol. You would live like a vegetable. Your opinion on smoked meat or smoked goat cheese? You can definitely eat that stuff. Smoked, it's not a big deal. The question is just make sure they're not actually flavored with anything else. Because if they are flavored, then they can actually oxidize the fats in them. Peptides, what's your thoughts? Peptides works amazing. If you have to do like a cycle, 6 to 8 weeks, it depends on the peptides. And make sure you're actually ingesting them right, about an inch away from your belly button. And make sure you cycle every 6 weeks or 8 weeks. Some peptides you have to take them daily. Some peptides you have to take them every 3 days. So it all depends. Okay, last question, guys, and that's it. Last question. And I'll have to get going. But maybe we'll come back tomorrow. Hips hurt and are so tight all of a sudden. I think menopausal, 46, knee, wrist, joints in general. You'll have to actually do some hip thrusts. Probably that would be the best thing to do. Come inside, bud. How do you fix your mitochondria? Start taking some creatine, take D-ribose, or just get yourself some good quality NMN from the website I have. Okay, guys, I have to kind of get going. You guys have an amazing weekend, but we'll definitely touch base. I gotta go play with Duke a little bit so I can get him tired before I feed him. And in the meantime, you guys take care. And if you guys have any questions, please do me a favor and connect on my YouTube channel. It will help me a lot. And every live video I'm doing is actually, it's all recorded on YouTube. So you guys can always go back and watch it and take notes. There's a lot of valuable information that I mentioned and we talk about. So you guys can definitely support my channel by joining my YouTube channel as well, guys. So please do me that favor. In the meantime, you guys take care and we'll touch base.